Whew. It's been a while, folks, since we've done one of these. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I used to do a lot of tech-ish type stuff. For all you guys that have missed the tech content, you've been saying, Jeremy, what the hell? You used to do a ton of tech. You haven't done it lately. Hopefully this will whet the appetite a little bit today, because today we're taking it old school. We're going to do an OG Jeremy Sires tech review. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. A little rusty on the tech stuff, I'm not gonna lie. A little nervous, haven't done tech in a minute. Do I still have it in me? Can I still get through a tech video successfully? Hopefully so, because that's what we're doing today. So if it sucks, it's y'all's fault for saying, Jeremy, where's the tech? Where's the tech? People have asked me, Jeremy, why did you stop doing tech? I haven't done a lot of it lately because, you know, I kind of do stuff on my channel that is currently inspiring me or currently something I'm super interested in or anything new that I hear about that I really dig, like a good whiskey, a good cigar, knives, different hobbies I have, different interests of mine, and whatever cool is kind of going on that grabs my attention. And lately, if I'm being honest, there's not been a lot of tech that has really grabbed my attention, which is why I haven't done any tech videos lately. But no worries. There will be tech still on the channel here and there. Case in point, today, we're looking at 3 speakers from the good folks at United Sound. If you guys know from when I used to do tech videos more often, United Sound, it's a company I've worked with before. It is kind of the parent company of really cool audio companies like Definitive Technology, Denon. They reached out to me and said, hey, we got these 3 new speakers that we're launching. Would you be interested in checking some of them out? I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah, I would. You guys always send me cool stuff. My folks, my peeps have been saying, Jeremy, where are the damn tech videos? So send them to me. If they're worth a crap, I'll throw them up on the channel for you guys to check out. And of course, they were worthy of a video because they sound fantastic. And before you guys say, oh, Jeremy, it's because they're paying you. They didn't pay me 1 red cent. I did get the speakers for free, full disclosure, but I don't get paid a penny for this review. I genuinely think they're cool speakers. They sound great, so I wanted to bring them to you guys. So enough lollygagging. What I'm talking about is the Denon Home 150. Let me see if I can put this guy over here. That's the 150, baby bear. The 250, it's mama bear. I don't have enough room on my desk for these big damn speakers. That's why they're not up here full time. And, oh God, stretch my back, I don't hurt my shoulder again like I did last week. Papa bear, the big dog, the 350. Denon Home 150, 250, and 350. What these guys are is Denon's whole home stereo system. What these speakers allow you to do is through their HEOS app, you can run them singular by themselves, you can have just one speaker, or you can have a whole gang of these guys to make a whole home audio system. So what HEOS allows you to do is stream music to any of these speakers throughout your whole house. It allows you to group them together. If you have, say, 2 or 3 speakers in one room, say you buy 2 of these little guys, and you want to run them in stereo. You can run 2 of the same speaker in stereo, and then you could have another of the bigger ones somewhere else in the room, and you can pair those all together in a specific room and group them together in a room and play all the same music in that one zone at one time, or through your entire house. Say you've got 15 of these things throughout your whole house. You could play all the music through all the house at one time or just on one speaker, and it all is done through the HEOS app. It allows you to hook up to Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, whatever your preferred streaming platform is. Stream music right to any of these. You can also stream music right out of your music library from your phone. Very easily controlled. All right here, nice and handy from your phone. If you look around the back connection-wise, they all have the same connections. You have a 3.5 millimeter aux in. I don't think people do that much anymore, but it does give you the capability if you want to plug right into it. It's got a USB in, so if you wanted to put, say, a thumb drive that's got music loaded on it. It's also got a network cable, so if you have like a music server, or if you wanted to hook this into your home network, you could do that. But I mean, honestly, the easiest way to do it is just the streaming. It gives you the most flexibility, and I mean, who uses cords these days? Everything's wireless, right? All of them, including even the big dogs, which I don't fully understand, but they do have threads in the back. So if you wanted to wall mount, they do have that. They are all the same basic construction, the same material. They're all offered in white and the black. I love the design of these things. They are all very clean, very modern, very minimal. Looks very nice in a room. Completely clean control on the top, which you're saying there's no control, Jeremy. That's just a flat panel. Well, you're right, but through the magic of wizardry, if you wave your hand it's actually not wizardry. I'm sure it's some kind of proximity sensor. But when you wave your hand over top, it has a touch-sensitive pad that lights up and allows you to do some basic controls right from the top. But the fact that they integrated that into a touch control, which keeps it nice and clean on top without, cluttering up with a bunch of buttons and stuff, I think very, very nice. They're all also Amazon and Google Home compatible, so you can hook these guys up through your smart home system and operate them via your voice if you're into that kind of thing. If you're into that Big Brother thing and you got Alexa listening, I gotta be quiet, she can hear me. She's always listening, always. You can operate them through voice that way. You can also hook these guys up via Bluetooth. You don't have to hook them up through the Wi-Fi and use the HEOS app if you don't want. Say you got a friend comes over and you don't want to give them your Wi-Fi password because you got a shady friends. Honestly, if you got friends you don't trust with your Wi-Fi password, maybe you should reassess your friend situation, but that's another subject for another day. If you did have people over that you didn't want to give your Wi-Fi password, you can hook right up to this guy via Bluetooth. Just make it into basically like a Bluetooth speaker and then just play stuff right out of your iTunes library, so forth or so on. I actually do hook up to them quite a bit that way if I'm just trying to hook up to one of the speakers real quickly. Hey, that's the exact same way I hook up to them when I'm listening to audiobooks on Audible. Yeah. Appreciate that nugget of wisdom there, Captain Obvious, but do you always have to interrupt the videos? Nope, just the ones that have ads. But those speakers are great for listening to more than music. I listen to audiobooks on them all the time. I like to listen to audiobooks to kind of absorb information and learn things when I'm doing tasks that don't use all of my brain power, like when I'm shooting B-roll or if I'm doing chores around the house, when I'm cooking dinner, etc. You've got a good point. I've been listening to some audiobooks at night when I'm drinking my whiskey and having a cigar, my nightcap. I'm a little TV'd out. A lot of the home time lately has got me a little burnout on watching TV. Yeah, I listened to a great one the other day. It was only like 3 hours long. I listened to it while I was shooting some B-roll. It was by a Scottish guy named Gary John Bishop. I loved his accent. The narration was fantastic. The book was called Yourself. Whoa, watch the F-bombs, man. I wasn't just saying That's the title of the book, Yourself. You just did it again. The YouTube algorithm does not care if is in the title. You just said Would you just stop? See what I'm saying, Mr. Potty Mouth? That was your fault. This damn video is going to have so many beeps it's going to sound like Morse code. Before this guy gets us demonetized, Audible is doing some cool things with all of us spending a little more time at home right now. Members can now download all of the Audible original monthly selections rather than having access to 2 of them, along with 1 free audiobook of your choice. Audible also launched stories.audible.com, where anyone, anywhere can stream hundreds of titles completely free, no strings attached. You don't even need to be a member to have access to these free stories. Is there anything else you want to say before we end this? Because I don't want you interrupting me again during this video. Yeah, there was one other book the title caught my eye. I was going to listen to it next time I had some free time. It was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Just never mind. You're cut off. That guy, he's done. We're done with him. If this sounds like something you're interested in, go to www.audible.com/Jeremy Sires, or you can also text Jeremy Sires to 500-500 to get 1 free audiobook, unlimited Audible originals, and 30-day free trial. Thanks to Audible for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. All right, so back to the speakers. We've established they all operate the same way, but starting with the smallest one, the Denon Home 150, what you got inside this guy, a 3.5-inch or 89mm woofer, a 1-inch or 25mm tweeter, 2 Class D amplifiers. This thing comes in at about 1.7 kilograms, just under 4 pounds. It's about 5 inches by 7.3 by about 5 inches. All of these, you'll notice in this one, I said it has 2 Class D amps. They have 1 Class D amplifier per speaker, which I think maybe is the reason why these sound so good, because this is obviously a small speaker. This is not intended to fill a huge room, but it does a remarkably good job at sounding full for the size. Sounds much better than any of my Amazon Echoes or any of that kind of stuff. Really nice, clear, crisp highs, great mid-range. The low end for the size does fantastic. Let's be honest, anytime you got a speaker this size, you're not gonna have fantastic low end, but for its size, I think it does really, really well. This is great for a small room, a bedroom, kitchen. You know, it's small, it's not overly cumbersome, it doesn't stand out. So if you wanted to kind of be discreet, you can also, like I said, pair these in stereo. So if one of these wasn't enough, you could wall mount 2 of these, run them in stereo, and really give a much fuller sound. That's also an option if that's your jam. Get the next guy here. You bump up to the 250, all the same basic operations, same function. Difference is in this one, you have two 3/4 inch or 19 millimeter tweeters, two 4-inch or 100 millimeter mid-bass woofers, and a 5-inch or 133 millimeter passive radiator. You've got 4 Class D amps. This guy comes in at a solid 3.7 kilograms or 8 pounds, and size-wise, you're looking at about 11.6 by 8.5 by 4.7. So substantially larger. Still pretty flat though, honestly. Got a little handle on the back, which is kind of nice. Still, here you go. Thread on the bottom. I'm not sure how, you're starting to get pretty heavy, but nevertheless, you got the threads on there if you want to. Because this one's got more speakers and it's got that bass radiator, much better low end. Still really great room filling, mids and highs. It does really handle the low end a lot better than the smaller one. This one's gonna be for a larger room. Again, you could pair these up, buy 2 of these and pair them up and it would be fantastic. The way I have these right now is I have that white one in my kitchen and I have this one in my living room. And my kitchen and my living room are kind of all one big room. It's one big room with 10-foot ceiling. So it has a real tendency to make speakers sound very thin and shitty. These 2 speakers do a great job. They sound fantastic. Let me get my back brace out. Now to Papa Bear, the 350. Just like with the other 2, same form and function, but with the 350, what you're getting, 2 3/4 inch or 19 millimeter tweeters, 2 2-inch mids, and 2 6.5 inch or 165 millimeter woofers. Size-wise, you're looking at 15 by 8.8 by 7, and this guy comes in at a hefty 14 pounds or 6.3 kilograms. She's a big girl. It's got some weight on her. Again, down here, you got the thread for a wall mount. You better put that shit in a stud, because if you wall mount a 14 pound, or what does it weigh, 14 would I say? Yeah, if you wall mount a 14 pound speaker, you better have that stuff in something more than drywall. That's all I'm saying. But nevertheless, they give the option. Another step up in low end and sound. But this guy, you've got more speakers, they're bigger. This I actually put in my cigar room, which by the way, complete overkill. My cigar room's like 12 by 12 with 9-foot ceilings. I feel like I'm having a freaking concert in there when this thing's on. I was listening to some Post Malone. Don't make fun of me for liking Posty. If you can listen to a Post Malone song and not smile and nod your head a little bit, there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying. Don't hate on Posty. Probably wouldn't expect me to listen to Post Malone, would you? But I do. But the bass on this thing, my wife downstairs was like, damn, you jamming out up there? She sends me a text. Sounds like a concert in that room. And that's why I put it in there, because I wanted a good sound system in there, because I hang out in that room a lot. I smoke cigars in there. I drink whiskey in there. I do write up a lot of my videos in there. I shoot videos in there. I'm in that room a lot. So I wanted a good sound in that room. So I put the big dog in there. And let me tell you, more than ample. This thing could fill up a much larger room. Very good low end on this. Great mids and highs. Awesome speaker. Really sounds good. I love it. And again, it's got the whole wizard control on the top, which is just kind of fun. You just, like, these are not the droids you're looking for. Use the force to, I know, I'm a cheeseball. That is the 350. Now, I will say, got to get on my sheet. These guys are not cheap. Okay, so the 150 is going to run you about 249 bucks. The 250 is going to run you 500 bucks, and the 350, the big dog, is going to run you $699. So they are not giving these things away. They are a little pricey, but feel like quality for your money is well worth it. These things sound fantastic. There's a ton of functionality. I've said on this channel about other things before, you get what you pay for, right? These by far sound better than any of the other speakers I have, other than obviously my big definitive technology. But I mean, those are like wired into an amp, kind of like, you know, that's a different thing altogether. Let's be real. These are wireless Bluetooth / streaming speakers, and they sound great. If I had to nitpick, it wouldn't be anything about the speakers. I love the speakers. I think they sound fantastic. Really great clarity, good bass, awesome room filling kind of sound. I love the design. They're very clean. They're very minimal. I love the fact that it's got the touch sensitive panel, so you're keeping it clean with no buttons and stuff. So it really kind of just blends in with that minimalist look. If I had to say what is the area that they could work on, the app could maybe use a little just polishing, right? That being said, functionally, it works. You can put the speakers into rooms, you can control individual rooms, you can control speakers by themselves or in groups, you can control your whole house, you can use all the streaming platforms, you can use your library, you can make playlists, you can make favorites. There's nothing about it functionally that I can really put my finger on, other than when I'm using it, I'm like, it could be polished a little. So for what it's worth, if I was gonna say anything negative, that would be it. Other than that though, I think they're great. The price is a little expensive, so some might consider that a downside, that quality-wise, again, you get what you pay for. So that is it, ladies and gents. Hopefully you got some good information. I thought they were cool speakers. I thought maybe you guys would enjoy seeing a little something different, do a little old school tech review on the channel. If you haven't noticed, by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a new logo, kind of some rebranding we've been doing, so to speak. I've been working on some new merch you guys have been asking for. This is one of the new shirts. This is the way, with a whiskey. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but it's got a little whiskey bottle and a cigar, because obviously I'm a big fan of whiskey and cigars, and I'm also a big fan of The Mandalorian. So I mean, I had to do it. I had to. You guys have been asking for hats. All this stuff I've got like this design. I've got a couple other new shirt designs coming out, and I'm thinking they should be on the site next week. So depending on when you're watching this video, they might already be out there. So go check it out. If you're watching this video when it goes live, if you're on the notification squad, which I love you guys, they're probably not out there yet. We're ironing out a few little last minute tweaks on things, and then these shirts will be available on the website. I will link it below. I think that's all the updates. We did the speakers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to smash that like button. That always helps us out. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. We'd love to have you on board. I hope everyone is having a fantastic week, and we will see you in the next video. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little while since I've done a tech review. That was a little intimidating. I had a lot of specs to go over. I haven't done that in a while. Forgot how much stuff there was to go over in a tech review. I need a cigar.